Welcome back to MLG Saturday Night, the 2010 National Championships Awesome Halo 3 tournament here in Dallas, Texas. Guys, we just saw an incredible matchup. Instinct taking down Triggers down to advance to the winners bracket finals. And now it's time to find out who Instinct is going to be playing tomorrow. We got the matchup between Final Boss and Status Quo. These guys haven't seen each other in a tournament for a long while. Guys, tell me, what are going to be the keys to success for both teams, starting with Status Quo, Scott?
Well, Status Quo is going to have to keep their heads up high here. They do not want to come out 0-2 like they did versus Dynasty earlier today. They need to come out and really win this first game.
And Chris, what is Final Boss going to need to do to make it to the winners bracket finals?
We're going to need to see the Final Boss of DC be playing tonight. Their series against Carbon was not the normal Final Boss. They did not play well. I'm looking for Fear to step up in this series. He did not play well today. But if they start communicating and talking, they're going to be on their game.
Well, I think both of their series earlier today were a wake-up call to both teams. We saw them over there in the Dr. Pepper Ultimate Gaming House warming up since those matches. Now it's time to see how they play, and it's time to go meet our teams with Farouk down on the floor.
All right, as we gear up and get ready for match number 2, semifinals here tonight, live on the Major League Gaming main stage in Dallas, Texas. We got 2 teams ready to square off right now. Let's meet the number 4 seeded team playing on the blue side. Make some noise for Status Quo. Let's hear it for Assault. Ace. Let's bring out Enable. And rounding off the squad, make some noise for Flame Sword. And they are coached by Straight Rippin's Tom Tsquared Taylor. And on the red team, let's bring out the number 1 ranked Final Boss. Let's hear it for I Got Your Pistola. Make some noise for Ogre 2. And coming up next, Fear itself. And rounding off the squad, make some noise for Victory X. And Final Boss, the number 1 ranked team, being coached by Mazik. All right, Status Quo, Final Boss, lock it up.
All right, so it looks like the Final Boss guys trying to win over some last-minute fans if they don't have enough already. See Fear itself tossing around some wristbands. Awesome matchup coming up here, guys. Number 1 seeded Final Boss against number 4 seeded Status Quo. And we first got to talk about Status Quo here, guys. What did we see from them earlier today, and what do you expect to see from them tonight?
Well, you know, they started off really sluggish at the beginning, but they got their wake-up call in that Guardian ball game, and Tsquared really became the real, true leader that he is and showed it through his coaching abilities.
Yeah, I really saw the player step up, Assault, and I'm glad to see him step up. I didn't really know too much about this guy, especially during this season, but he was playing great earlier today. One of the reasons they turned that series against Dynasty around.
Yeah, Cleat or Assault, whatever you want to call him, he was absolutely dominating earlier today. I'm looking for him to continue that momentum. And I think we got to go down to the floor to talk with Julie. I want to talk to the guy who really turned it on later in the series when it came to leadership, and that's Flamesword. What's up, Julie?
Thanks, Chris. Now, you guys have a national champion coaching your team right now. So what has he been able to bring to your team, and what have you been able to learn from him?
He's been able to bring calmness to the team. When we're getting all hectic and stuff and zoning out, he's able to just get us back into the game, and we just get to doing our job and just win.
How would you describe his coaching style?
His voice is really distinct. As soon as he talks, you recognize him immediately, and you listen to what he does, so he's great.
And you trust him completely?
Completely.
to bring you guys a win.
For sure. Aaron did it for him. Ace did it for him. For straight Rippin, he's going to do it for us.
Well, how is Tom Taylor different from other coaches that you've had in the past?
Our other coaches always pumped us up, you know, but Tom is he's a Halo 3 pro. He's got a lot of knowledge of the game, and that's what he brings to the table. So.
Very cool. All right, now you guys were down 0-2 to Dynasty, and then all of a sudden, Guardian Oddball, middle of the game, you guys flipped it around, you won 3-2. So what clicked for you guys at that point?
That's our coach T2, you know, he got us out of, we were all zoning out, not playing our game, and he got us back in line, and we did our job, and we won the rest of the remaining of the games.
All right, well, let's see if you can do your job here. Chris, back up to you.
All right, thanks, Julie. Flame Sword feeling good. Status Quo being coached by Tsquared. Freaking awesome for them. But on the other side, they're going up against Final Boss, who's coached by Mazik, and Mazik actually has the most Halo 3 tournament wins for any coach.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I mean, there's a lot of good coaches out there, and Mazik's obviously done a great job.
So Tsquared, he's going to have to go up against Mazik here, but Tom was doing a great job of keeping track of all the power-ups. But guys, let's talk about this #1 team wearing red tonight. It's Final Boss. These guys have won the last 2 events, and they really turned it on after picking up Pistola this year.
Yeah, they have. Pistola, I think, has been the key for this team for the last few tournaments. I mean, the kid has been dominant. He's been destroying. He's destroying today, putting up plus 20 in the final game of the Carbon Series. He's doing great.
Yeah, you can't say enough about this squad. And, I mean, you got to look at the glue of this team. Ogre 2 and Victory X are just playing solid the entire tournament, Chris.
Yeah, they are, Scott. Well, guys, I think it's time to go down to talk to the guy with the awesome handshakes. Pistola, what's up?
I am here with Pistola. Now, you have won so many tournaments, and you were the MVP back in DC just 3 weeks ago. So how much would a national championship title mean to you here in Dallas?
Well, I've never actually won a national championship, so I'm actually looking forward to coming to this event and actually winning one, finally. So, I mean, it means the world to me and Final Boss and Ogre 2 right here. He's my boy.
I know. Well, how would that compare to all the other events that you've won?
Well, national championships is you're a national champion. You know, the other ones are just, you know, not as cool.
They're just small stuff.
Yeah, just small stuff, baby steps.
Baby steps all leading up to the national championships here in Dallas. Now, you went positive 20 in the final game against Carbon in the last round. So what was going through your head when you were just dominating like that?
Honestly, I was just focusing on my shot and listening to my teammates, and I didn't even think I went plus 20 at the end of the game. I just walked up and went over and shook Carbon's hands, and I looked, and I was like, whoa, how did that even happen?
And all of a sudden you woke up and you said, I got positive 20.
Well, you know, that's just normal.
All right. Now, I know that Chris Puckett wished me a happy birthday. My birthday was yesterday, and I hear that you have a birthday coming up soon, and it's a big one for you. It's on the 20th, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. I am turning 18, and my dad's birthday is the 19th. And my dad actually just had surgery. He had blood clots, and he's doing fine now. But I'm dedicating this whole event to my father because I love him so much.
That's awesome. That is really, really awesome. Well, good luck to you. Any birthday plans that you can share with us?
I don't really know. I don't smoke cigarettes, so I'm not gonna really go get those. Just gonna celebrate it, just have a good time. You know, at this event, I'm gonna celebrate at this event. So whoever wants to hang out, just let me know.
All right, he put the call out there. Chris, let's go.
Listen to Pistola, kids. Don't smoke. It's not cool. But yeah, Mr. Pistola, we wish you could be here. We know you're watching from home, and that's very awesome that Pistola dedicating this tournament to his dad. Let's see if Final Boss can make Mr. Pistola proud. Guys, awesome matchup coming up. Final Boss taking on Status Quo. We're going to get it started with game number 1 when we come back.
The 2010 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Hot Pockets,